Okay, I'm back. Trying this again. Oh my gosh. So yeah, this is why the Facebook is making things so hard, and it wouldn't let me onto my own page. It would let me onto other pages like the B5 events page, but it wouldn't let me onto this page. Makes no sense. So, and then it's requiring those of us with decent followings, like, because I have so many of you beautiful people on here, that I have to have um, two authentic, I don't know what you call it, but anyway, I have to put in a code to say, okay, this is me, but it wouldn't accept the code over and new codes over and over and over again. This is why this is why we're so excited about the Patreon page and about the classes page that we're creating. So, because the social medias mean that I don't really have any control over my content the way I need to two-factor authentication. That's right, Stephen. And it wouldn't accept it, right? So it wouldn't accept all yeah. Anyway, so my plan was and is to be live twice a week here with you guys, and tell you what's going on, because we have so much going on. It's just crazy, very, very exciting. And I need you to make sure that you sign up for our newsletters. I promise you, I'm not spamming you. It's that way I can give you the updates, the cool things that I'm doing. And if you're not interested, cool, just delete it, but at least you're in the know. At least you can choose whether or not you want to read it or participate. If it's up to Facebook, you probably will never know about it, because it goes by so fast in the feed, or they decide not to show it, or they won't let me broadcast, or whatever it is. It has nothing to do with our creativity and our ability to serve you. I keep trying to give you what I'm hearing from you when you email me or when you respond to my posts. So anyway, we're posting and sharing all over the place, and hope that you're seeing them. And please sign up for my emails so that I can talk to you directly. I just would really like to be able to talk to you directly. We are launching a Patreon page, and I'm super excited about that, because that's going to be like a membership group where we can all hang out, and I can do so much more because I'm in a contained environment that feels safe, and I can be way more personal with you than I can be on the social medias. I'm sure you understand. So thanks, Jess. Jess put in a link to how you can sign up for our newsletters. We also have, B5 Events is our online event platform, and we've got a really exciting Deep Space Nine guests showing up with us on October 3rd. And I'm going to be today, in fact, creating the tickets for that. And the tickets will go live, and that'll go out in the email that I'll send you. So be sure to be on, to sign up for the emails, so that you have a choice of whether or not you want to participate. But it's your choice. It is not Facebook. So, and like I said, we'll be announcing the Patreon page on October 1st. I may do a little, oh, good. Thanks, Richard. I appreciate that. I might do some sort of a pre-launch, but I think what Patreon does is charge you at the first of the month. So I didn't want you to get charged for September. So that's why I'm not launching until October 1st. And so then you get a full month of membership in. And that's, I don't know about you, but I am always, I want to make sure that you get all the value. B5events.com, and you can sign up for that list. But actually, the thing that just sent you the link, you can I'll make sure that all the lists get that information. Okay. And I've got a new email that's going out tomorrow. And this is, I've been doing 4 emails in the month of September. Email 2 goes out tomorrow. It's all about renewing for the fall, because the fall, as I'm experiencing right now, you get completely, it just starts like on a train that's going downhill and picking up speed until the end of the year. And you can feel like you just lose, you've like, when did that happen? What's going on? But we want to have a fantastic ending to 2020. I want you to feel like you really are, you're moving forward in the life that you're envisioning for yourself. So I'm sharing very simple but super effective tips to get you there, to just help you to put on your calendar. Here's the beginning of my calendar. And putting down on a paper calendar because I have my office calendar on my laptop, but it's really different when you're actually writing on paper in a calendar with big spaces, so that each day can have what I need to do, what I'm excited about doing. And then you can have your daily meetings and everything on your computer, but to have on paper your goals. And some of the goals can simply be, decluttering this closet by this point, or having my, I wanted to make sure I pulled out my holiday light sets by this point, because I know I want to have them up. Simple things like that, setting yourself up to win. Put it on the calendar. That's where it's going to show up. And that's how you're going to actually get it done. Do you know what I mean? If it's not on the calendar, you may or may not be able to get it done, because time just starts passing you by. And I can share with you too how not to get crazy about it. If you didn't get everything done in your day, that's totally fine. And we can talk about that too. Anyway, I get to share that with you this month, and I'm excited about that. So you'll be getting those emails, and you'll get the link to the B5 event, the next B5 event. And we've got a super exciting, I've got a dear friend who is amazing, and he is going to join me for a regular B5 event show. We'll be telling you about that. So that's coming. And the classes thing. I hope that I have from Sweden and Norway and Switzerland. Whoa, guys, how awesome. Costa Rica. Wow. I wish I could visit. Someday the world will open back up again. Stay safe, wear your masks, protect each other, take care of each other. It's a great thing. Okay, so there's more. There's just know that there's a lot more coming, and it's all fantastic. It's really fantastic. I feel like finally a bunch of things that I've been working on for a long time is coming together. So, all right, I wanted to read to you from my book, Pleasure Thresholds. Can you see it? There you go. We've been talking about writing this book and what it took, just how great it was in a way, because I get to be going through all the stuff that I was doing in the 5 years that I was working on Babylon 5. And obviously Babylon 5 feel like, that's the most important show or credit that I have during that time. But I was also working on shows like Jurassic Park, and you know what I mean? So there were other things that were going on that were pretty profound. Star Trek. A lot of Star Trek. So here, I start to read to you a little bit about getting the part, the audition for Babylon 5, getting the part, and now the next little chapter. And I'm skipping around here, so there's more in these pages. All these photos are from my camera. So you won't see them anywhere else but in this book. And a lot of, and I'm really honest about it. I mean, I tell you stuff that wasn't great, shit that went down that was awful, and the shit that was great. So it's not like this is, it wasn't easy to write. I guess that's the point. Because I think to be authentic, sometimes you've got to be vulnerable. And I didn't really know that until I started writing this. In fact, when I first started writing it, I just thought it was going to be basically like a scrapbook because there's like 350 pictures in this book. And I thought, okay, that's easy to do. Joe said to his publisher, yeah, talk to Tallman. She was so obnoxious with her camera on the set. And Night of the Living Dead was before those 5 years, Kenneth, on Babylon 5. But it was influential, and I talk about that in here. And how I got cast from Night of the Living Dead. Thank you for saying such nice things. Okay, this little bit, I'll read to you for a little bit about filming the pilot of Babylon 5. We started to work on the pilot at the Santa Clarita Studios, which were brand sparkling new. I think we were the first project shot on that particular stage. They were spacious and clean, with pretty landscaping being introduced around the front doors to the offices. The makeup person they assigned to me was very nice, she had been a very inexperienced assistant and the wife of one of the special effects guys. She wasn't a full-on, professional makeup artist yet. My solution, after having worked on all kinds of productions at all kinds of budget levels, was to bring my own makeup and fix it if I have to. I was in the women's room on the stage instead of my trailer because the light was much better. One of the other actresses came in, not Tallman or Mira, to fix her makeup too. She led me into a chat about how appalling the makeup was, not liking being assigned to an inexperienced assistant, etc. And then I left to continue on with the day. Later, I got a call from the production office. There was this huge to-do with the hair and makeup department and how unhappy I was. All this drama that I had sought to avoid. The other actress had started mischief in my name as a way to undermine me with the production. I hadn't experienced this before, though now I know it's fairly common. I called my agent, the fabulous Harry Gold. I was a little freaked out because I'm a people pleaser and I had no idea how to fix this. Harry stood up for me saying, Pat didn't start this crap. That other actress did. You deal with her and leave Pat out of it. And that was that. The key makeup artist took over from then on. Thank you, Harry. We had already worked on the key scenes in the callback for the suits, so we only ran the scenes through when we blocked them. Richard Compton had started as an actor, and I think that's a great way to become a director. You can really help the actors talking in their own language, and I appreciate what an actor has to go through. Richard may have had pressure on him, but he never let us know. He was kind and relaxed and very specific, which I really appreciated. My favorite, most challenging scene was the one where Jakar asks me about my pleasure threshold, hence the name for this book. I had a lovely thrill that ran through my body when he said, would you prefer to be conscious or unconscious during the meeting? I would prefer conscious, but I don't know what your pleasure threshold is. Can't you just hear Andreas? Is that voice of his? Oh my God. He had this marvelous way of looking mischievous and seductive all at the same time. He had such an intense focus on me at this moment. I felt like a bunny about to be eaten by a wolf. To be in the formidable stare of Andreas Katsoulis was an experience I'll never forget. I was squirming, embarrassed, self-conscious, and trying so damned hard to find my professional self. Suddenly, everything snapped into focus for me, and I realized I was completely in Lita's skin. It was all right. Then I relaxed and just drank in the moment and all the feelings that went with it. We had done a take or two. A take begins and ends with the clapboard. The clapboard strikes, the director says action. When he says cut, that's the end of the take. The first time you do it, even if you stop and start, is take one, and so on. The director tells the script supervisor to print takes 1, 3, and 4 if the scene was performed 4 times, and he's happy with those takes. Richard said, okay, we have that. Now, in this one, just stare at Jakar. Don't move. I think my mouth dropped open in the other takes or something. So when Andreas said, I don't know what your pleasure threshold is, I just stared at him, stunned, completely appalled, trying to maintain my fragile dignity at the same time. Cut, Richard called, and everyone burst out laughing. That's the take he used. In television, there's very little time for rehearsal. I like to get together with the other actors I have scenes with and work on them on our own if it's possible. I liked working with Michael O'Hare because he had a strong theatrical background and liked to talk, actor talk. He was so handsome and he seemed just perfect to be a commander. Tamlin Tomita was lovely. I felt a little shy about talking to her at first, but she's very warm and sweet. I was in awe of Johnny Secca. He'd started his career on the British stage in the 1950s, working with actors like Gielgud and Olivier. He'd been in films since the 60s with Sean Connery and Ralph Richardson. Such amazing accomplishments from a boy who fled from Senegal. Johnny loved to chat and made you feel like the most interesting person in the world. He raised horses in Aqua Dulce, just north of the studio. After the gathering, he retired to his ranch. He had lung cancer. Johnny was a heavy smoker and passed away in 2006. Joe Straczynski believes that if you tell an actor too much about where his or her character is going to end up, they will play the end result. We were very much on a need-to-know only basis. This continued through all 5 seasons of B5. Joe didn't tell me too much about what Kosh was. He was a mystery to everyone on the station. I only needed some explanation for what the experience was for Lita when she scanned Kosh. I believe he said something like being inside Kosh was the most beautiful and terrible thing in the world. It blew Lita's mind wide open, and she became obsessed with finding out more and being with him again. Lita didn't have family or friends she was close to. Kosh gave her a focus, a mission. He was unlike anything she'd ever experienced or thought to experience. For such a sheltered, rudderless, vulnerable character, Lita got to show her guts because of Kosh. She had to find courage in herself to be brave enough to scan him, and later, willing to do anything to find him again. She was willing to die. That made all the other missions she went on with the B5 command staff pale in comparison. As I look back and ruminate about Lita's psychology, I am again amazed at how I was like her and how Joe somehow sensed that when he cast me in the role and wrote for Lita and I over the next 5 years. I don't mean point for point, but the colors of her character. I came to understand in the 3rd season that Kosh was like God. I don't think Joe wanted to say that exactly to me during the pilot. He wanted to guide me through Lita's journey of discovery. We didn't know I wasn't going to be in the 1st season. I think it was during the gathering that Joe also mentioned that Lita could be gay. I told him I was fine with that. As it turned out, Talia, Lita's replacement, inherited that piece of the storyline. When I came back to the station, my sexual preference would turn out to be Byron. Yeah, this goes on. So I'm going to pause this here and we'll pick it up on Thursday if you're still interested. So, oh, good. I loved seeing you all in here. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. So, yes, if you can still buy copies from me. I'm autographing them at home and shipping them out from here. I should be all caught up with all of your orders at this point. Anyone who has not received a notice that with a shipping, number, let me know. But you all have. I've caught up with everything. So, oh, thanks, Richard. So, all right, that's it for now. Like I said, so much going on. I have a ton of work here to do, and I'm excited about getting to it. And the Patreon is going to open up October 1st. There's going to be some new events and B5 events, and we're really, really excited about everything that's going on. It does feel like things are coming together. Nothing's perfect. We just have to keep creating and hoping and taking it in and making changes if we need to. So that's what we're doing. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day. Happy Monday. Like I said, stay safe, take care of each other, be well. Yeah, I've got a friend in the hospital with COVID. It's no joke. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.